Illustration was that of Vayu. Wind brings the clouds and the same wind disperses those clouds. So like that, mind creates the bondage, same mind releases the person from the bondage. Question is how? Drishtanta is alright. Drishtanta is what? Illustration. Wind brings the clouds and disperses. But how exactly the mind create the bondage and releases is now explained. This mind binds the individual like an animal is tied up by a rope. You see? Animal, because that is leash, cow etc. Leash. So that the neck is tied, other end to a peg. Or just imagine, a tree is there and the cow is tied by a rope, let us say a diameter of about 100 feet. Cow has got limited freedom, but not total freedom, because it can move in a circle with a diameter of 100 feet, but still it is bound. So very here. Now, just as an animal is tied by a rope, say, gunena pashuva. Guna also means rope. Be careful. Guna also means rope. Otherwise, what? Sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. That because you are in Vedanta class. Otherwise, guna means, hey, he is a guni person, a good person. And bad gunas, good gunas. So that may be mistakes, right? So here, gunena, guna also means rajju, by the rope. Gunena pashuva. Like that. Tat manaha eva. Same mind. Which mind? Manomaya kosha. That was hitherto described. Same mind. He says, what does it do? Dehadi vishaye ragam parikalpya. See, an animal is tied up by a rope. But how can a man, a person, human being, tied up to the vishayas? Any rope have you seen? Do you carry a rope? Some noose in your this neck, do you carry? Even say, see look, it is said, Yamaraja carries a pasha, a noose. Don't take literally. If he has to carry a pasha for each jiva, he will have to start a rope manufacturing factory to get it. He has to start a rope manufacturing factory. What is that pasha? Karma phala. That is a karma phala. So they say, Satya Sai Baba says, when everyone is born, he is born with an unseen necklace. Kantapasha. Unseen necklace is there. Do you know what is that unseen necklace? Karma pasha. All account of the karma phalas. So that is the pasha. Only he makes use of that. It is meant for it readily kept there only. Anyway, that is a figurative expression as such. So now, we don't find any such physical binding with the human being and the sense object. What is that binding? Do you know what is that? Raga. What is raga? Asakti, priti, notion that this thing will make me happy. Otherwise, see, now Diwali is nearing. Sari shop, etc., sale at all that there. A brahmachari is going in the pasha, perfect vairagya. But when lady is passing by, pasha. Oh, this sari I never saw at all. So that is that. So that means that it is that raga, asakti, priti, that I say, dehadi sarva vishaye ragam parikalpya. Having projected the raga, what is raga? Asakti, priti, this is mine, this will help me to have joy, this will help me to get freed from sorrows. So these notions. See, look, we never take to any sense objects Just like that. Unless we are convinced that that sense object is capable of giving us joy, again, it is what? Satya, that object is, that is what true, and Nitya, it exists forever. Satyatva, Nityatva, Samichinatva. Satyatva, the Vishaya, the object, sense object, is true. Nitya, it is permanent. Samichina, it has got the capacity to give me the joy and contentment that I seek in life. If these three things are not there, if the person is not convinced about these three things, no force in the world can drag that person to that Vishaya. See, that's why Viveka precedes Vairagya. People think that Vairagya, Shastra doesn't tell you to give up anything just like that. Shastra only tells you, look, what you hold on as dear is not so. In the long run, it will make you sorrowful. In Brother said, Priyam tva rosyati. What you hold as dear will make you one day weak. It will bind you. It's a very famous statement. And same thing is elaborated by Vidyaranya Muni in Panchadashi, 7th chapter. He says, this one statement of the Shruti, Priyam tva rosyati, serves two purposes. What are those two purposes? One is, it is a loving advice to a Shishya. A loving advice to a Shishya who has got Shraddha in the statement of the Guru. It says, same time, the same statement is a curse for whom? Who questions the validity of the same. Because who doesn't have Shraddha, who questions the validity of that, what will he say? He will run after the Priya. In long run, what happens? Thappai. Because it is the nature of the world. How do you say it is nature of the world? So look, a given thing, if it has to give you joy and contentment, whatever it may be, whether an object, or a person, or an event, see, if it is to give joy, etc., what all things are necessary? First, that object or being an event must be there with you all the time or not. Number two, you should have the senses, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, in a fit condition to enjoy the object or the being. Agreed? At the same time, you should have a mental, that means condition, to enjoy the same object. If these three things are not there, even if a desired object is there, it can turn out to be a source of sorrow. Suppose somebody is hankering for a new, nowadays I think imported cars have no value, I think we are exporting the cars. Okay, so he is there, say, he has booked one, let us say, how many crores car? What is the maximum car price nowadays? 5 crores. Okay. Let us make 7 crores. Okay. 7 crore worth car. And tomorrow it is being delivered. He is floating in air. Everything is as if he has reached the heaven. Let us say, unfortunately, that night a call from states came. The only son has met with a serious accident. And next day, car is delivered. What an occasion for joy was there, because see, 7 crores here worked. 7 crores is nothing for him, that's okay. So, but he has paid that much, etc. So then, what happened? Mind is not enough. Or suppose, so you like sweets, Diwali sweets, but your blood is more sweet. So what will happen? Or the object or being itself disappears. Or it is no more the same, not disappeared, not destroyed, like Miss World. Today Miss World, tomorrow you will miss to recognize her. Is it not? Changing, changing. That is the nature of the world. And for us to be happy, what should happen? The desired object being must be the same. Our body must be in a good condition to enjoy, and conducive mental mood must be there. All the three are fleeting in nature. We are trying to strike a balance, not riding on two horses, riding on three wild horses. No? We think that Shastra imposes something on that. No, it makes us aware, because unless our attention is arrested and we are meant to discover this, we will get carried away by our natural impulses. So that is why it is necessary. Think. But how to think? All the time you may think, see, mere thinking itself is not sufficient. You know that Nambudiri story. See, in Kerala, a Nambudiri Brahmin, a great priest, had a son 18 years old. 18 years old. But little dull. Had not studied Vedas. Father was a great priest, he could have picked up the profession as well, but has not studied Vedas, etc. And it's a village type, etc. It's a small town and all that. So lot of pasture lands and the farms, etc. etc. And this fellow is an idle person sitting on the veranda of the house. Father goes temple, is a chief priest in some big temple, etc. One day what happened was, there one bull used to come for grazing. And that bull had the horns symmetrical horns, semicircle. He said, if it is that, the price of the bull is more. Because beauty is a semicircle. So it was coming for grazing, etc. One day, what this fellow did was, he put his head in that circle. The poor bull is grazing, and bull got frightened, which ghost has come here, etc. And it started running. When it started running, the head of the bull, this boy, got caught up in that circle, horn circle, and the poor fellow was being dragged. Now the villagers came to know, this poor fellow, and but it is not easy to enter the young bull, how can they? Somehow all joined and cornered this thing, and also casual, because of known who the master, etc. I say, so they pacified the bull, because that bull is frightened. He doesn't know what this fellow is, etc. He is frightened. So finally they caught hold of the bull, released the boy, and brought him home, and all bruises all over the body, and the message was sent to father. Father came, first treatment was given, and the father was so angry. He said, why don't you think before you do something? The poor fellow was already in agonizing pain, and the father is shouting, I said, Daddy, don't tell me that one thing. What did father say? Why don't you think before you do something? He said, Daddy, don't do this because last 18 days I am thinking. What will happen if I put my head in the hospital? Thinking. This is not the thinking as so thinking as guided by the Shastra. Today everyone thinks. Do you know how? What mass media thinks, what editorial thinks. Even the educated person can be hoodwinked very easily. Only you should know the trick where the that is what. The subtle point is that, etc. So that is the say, no. Thinking means cutting the world to its own size. How? Shastra points out. It analyzes the world threadbare and see this is what the nature of the world is there. Be sure what you want in life. What you want. What we want in life? We may say this, that, etc. We may run after thousands, etc. But finally we want only this much. What is that? Happiness, freedom from sorrow, contentment, and what? Live for ever. No? Be honest. Who wants to die? Anyone? Even that granny, 97 years old, if Yamaraja comes, at least 3 days extension because my great-granddaughter's marriage is that tomorrow. I will attend it, then I will be ready. And Yamaraja comes tomorrow. And then also she has got another excuse as that grocery shops, today credit, tomorrow, today cash, tomorrow credit. So that way, no. So that is that. So that Shastra does it. Please think, please analyze the world in its right perspective. So from that standpoint, say, so ragam parikalpya. Raga means asakti, preeti. So is it genuine? Is it true? So for that, what all you have to take into account? Vishaya, mental mood, and one soul embodiment, which are never the same as such. So how can we? You see, not one thing. Not that there won't be some joy will be there. Otherwise, nobody will run after them. So but that concept is wrong. Concept is wrong. So the dehadi sarva vishaye ragam parikalpya. Who creates the raga? Mind projects such values on the object. In the technical, it is called as Shobhana Adhyasa. A pleasing disposition is cast on who? The object being, etc. As Pujya Swami Dayanand used to say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Afterwards, I allow you to get lost. Because first Shobhana Adhyasa was there. Oh, I will be happy, this, etc. Afterward, the truth is known, I allow you. This is what it is. That is the answer. So, ragam parikalpya. He said, dehadi vishaye. So, the dehadi vishaye means what of the dehadi? Deha, mana, buddhi, sense objects, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, beings and all those things, possessions and all those, ragam, preetim, parikalpya, having projected, tena, by that. Tena means by that what? Ragena, he says, badhnati, bind this person. How? Bring that illustration. Gunena pashuva. Understood now? Everyone is carrying a rope, but not seen. And that rope binds the individual to what? The sense object beginning from deha onwards. You know, like generally this illustration is given. There was flood in a river. villager was standing near the bank, etc. He saw something is floating. Something is floating. And he thought it is a big blanket. Now, poor villager, a blanket is a very costly thing. And he knew swimming, he jumped in the river. Though it was in flood, it is not a big thing for him. And swam and caught hold of that so-called blanket. And the so-called blanket also hugged him. Do you know what was the so-called blanket? Bag. It was a bag. It was floating. And watery grave for both. Otherwise, this fellow is safe on the bank, and that is floating. But now see, Rajju. Which Rajju? Raga is a blanket. Let me have it, and had it on. So that is how it is. So now who does all these things? Mind. It is the mind who does. So therefore what is to be done? Don't stop it. Educate the mind. You can't stop, mind has got such a force. You can't. Educate the mind. Make the mind itself discover the defects repeatedly. That's why I say, muhuhu dosha darshana. You yourself discover the defective nature of the Vishaya. Even don't rely because Shastra says, no, I follow because Shastra says that is very good to begin with, but not total. Because if you are doing it only because Shastra says which is necessary in the very beginning, it is no doubt indispensable. But do you know what will happen? If you have not discovered the truth for yourself, you will oblige the Shastra so long as it is convenient. The moment you find it is not convenient, unceremoniously you will compromise. So therefore, Shastra gives you a direction, you have to verify the truth for yourself. Ragena Badnati. Now who does this? Mind. And Vishaya Raga itself is bondage. How Vishaya Raga is bondage come? Tell me. Vishaya means sense object. Priti, attachment to sense object. Will it keep you quiet? It will bring you to action to acquire it. You acquire it. Will it do that? Then you want to experience it. You want to enjoy it. Is it not? And in this so many things, problems are there. All these pursuits, what do they do? What do they do? Number one, that object is real. Number two, me, embodiment is real. And who is me? This body. I want it. I work for it. I got it. I enjoy it. Tape recorder. Not I, which embodiment as Vedanta says that should be the first casualty. Body cannot be I. We have seen so far how Annamaya Kosha, physical body cannot be Atma. It cannot be Atma. Whereas this pursuit confirms and strengthens the notion that is our body is. So what happened? Now you understand. What is wrong if body is I? What is wrong if mind is taken as I? See how mind cannot be I, how body cannot be I, already seen as such. So we say, what is that? All sorrows belong to this world. Chaitanya Swarupa Atma is free from embodiment, free from sorrow, and yet we suffer moment by moment sorrow because why? We are identified with the embodiment. First thing that Vedanta wants us to do is get rid of bodily identification It is not easy to get rid of just like that. For that, you should know directly what your Swarupa is, for which all these adjustments in the personality are required. So therefore, mind is the one which creates the bondage as described. Same mind releases from bondage. How? By inculcating vairagya, dispassion. Dispassion need not mean running away from the world of object. Dispassion is getting rid of this raga rajju. What is that? That object being event will make me happy. I am dependent on that. Without that, my life is lost. All projection of the mind, projection of the mind as such. Now, how this mind releases? It says, Paschat. Paschat means afterwards. What is that afterwards? After having created the raga for Vishaya. Afterwards. What happened afterwards? I started attending Vivek Chudamani classes. Then in life, 3-4 thappad mil gaya. So, like that, certain thing happened in life and some satsang mil gaya, some sadhu sangha mil gaya. Satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nischalatatvam nischalatatve jivan mukti. Satsang mil gaya. So that means not the mind started thinking in the right direction, not taking the things for granted. Problem is by taking the things for granted. No. We have open mind. You did not accept Shastra, but with an open mind, investigate. See, look here. Our Vedanta is not that it thrusts something, thou shalt do, otherwise thou shalt go in the hell. No. Have you seen Bhagavad Gita? How much dialogue is between who? Krishna and Arjuna. How many questions Arjuna asks and Krishna replies? That also at the zero hour of the battle. So that is the why we cannot be trusted that way. So that is see, even Upanishads, they are in the form of dialogue. Ours is not the culture to trust something on that, but open mind must be there. Because this is the truth handed over to us by the masters of the youth, and these masters are such that their very life is for the good of the humanity. Do you mean to say such masters will misguide us? They have nothing to get from the world as such. If at all they do something, it is out of love and concern for the world. The Shastras they are given for the love for the world as such. So that should give us that stamina to have Shraddha in the words of these masters. Then investigate and discover for ourselves the truth that is there. So that is the Paschat. So after exposure to Shastra, after certain satsanga, in the company of the good, see that's it. They say company, sangha has to be avoided by all means. They say, tell me your company, I will tell you what you are. See, especially youngsters should be very careful about the company. Because good also they get spoiled because of company. I think the contrary, good company is there. It depends who is more powerful. Suppose good boy is there, bad boy is also there. Suppose good boy is more powerful, then what happens? Other will get his bad. Otherwise this fellow will get spoiled there. So that is company. So means sangaha sarvatmana tyaga. See, these are the principles of life. Company has to be avoided by all means. Tyaktum na shakyasche. It is not for everyone cannot. Who can give up company? One who is jnani and dasya is one sarupa. If you can't give up company, sangha satsu vidhiyata. have the company in the what? Who is what? Good people. Then what will happen? You will imbibe the good things, and in course of time you will become a good person. So now this he got paschat, afterward. Earlier what he had? Raga for Vishaya. So now he says atra vishavat vairasyam suvidhaya. Atra means here. Here means where? In Vishayas. See, that mind which has created the raga for Vishayas here, in the same Vishayas, he says, Vairasyam Suvidhaya. Vairasya means Vairagya. Vairagya means Anasakti, absence of love for those. Why absence of love for those? Hitherto notion that will make me happy, gone. Happy is gone. So Suvidhaya. Somebody said, newly wedded couple was going for a walk. And while walking, not Bombay, they had become somewhere, some hill station or something. Husband saw a thorn there and drew the attention of the wife. Hey, there is a thorn, take care. And he pulled her other side also. Means that much concern for whom? Wife. After 6 months, again it happened, they were going somewhere, there was a thorn. Hey, there is a thorn. Again after 6 months, they were walking, there was a thorn. Can't you see? I will die. Don't you see the thorn there? What happened? 1.5 years passed. Earlier, when the two body, one mind, they were taking. अभी क्या हो गया? So that earlier notion went. So early, that means having that same mind, having educated the individual. Therefore, that pasha, what is that? Raga, asakti is not there. Now what is that? Viraga. Viraga is what? Anasakti. What is anasakti? Disinterestedness, because he has personally verified and discovered that the object, etc., doesn't have the capacity to give me what I see. That doesn't mean that you give up everything and go something. No. Cut the world to its own side and don't allow the world to make you miserable. You keep relation to the extent required, because you have to live in the world. Where are you going to go? Even a sannyasi has to live in the world. Even if he goes to Himalayas, body is there, bodily needs are there. He has to interact with the society. Is it not? Be in the world, but cut the world to its own side. That is what Vairagya. Otherwise, you just give up everything and go. That is not Vairagya. I told you once that Pujya Swami Chinmayananda used to give an example. When Swamiji joined the Shivananda ashram, he was a brahmachari. And he was thinking of taking sannyas also. There was one sadhu. So one day he gave him unasked advice. He called this, because he is educated, a brahmachari who is educated. He called this brahmachari aside, look, never take sannyasa. And this person is that 30 years who has taken sannyasa. But Swamiji didn't want to argue with him, elderly person, etc. He didn't want to argue with him. And afterwards, Swamiji went still up interior in the Himalayas, etc. And finally, he did take sannyasa. What he can do as such? He is determined as such. And Swamiji was to go for yatra, South India. This elderly Swami came to know about that. One day he called, where are you going? To South India. Are you going to go Kerala? Of course, I will be passing through. Will you be going to such district? Yes, certainly. In such and such places? Yes, that is on my way only. Yes. Can you do one thing? Will you please do me one favor? Yes. In such and such village, there is such and such. Ask for one Mr. Gopal and find out how is he, etc. He had no reason to refuse, etc. If something can be done. And it happened that Swamiji happened to be in that village, found out on Gopal's. He went to a house, asked, is there someone called Mr. Gopal? A hefty person came out. In the moment he saw the sannyasi, his pitta went up. What so? And what do you want? Is there any Mr. Gopal? Yes, I am Mr. Gopal. He said, your father at Rishikesh, such an ashram, has inquired about your welfare. The moment he said, Father, he started raising all abuses. This and that Swamiji found when he was a boy of 3 years or so. This man quarreled with the wife, deserted the house, went to Himalayas and stayed. Vairagya. All the time that young Gopal, what happened to my son, etc., etc. That is not. So, Vairagya means it should be based on Vivek, Shastra guides. So that is it. Vairasyam atra suvidhaya sushtu utpadya. Having created, not passing vairagya, a thorough vairagya. Then there are many vairagyas. Smashana vairagya, prasudya vairagya. All these vairagyas are there. This person goes for the cremation of someone, and you know what happens? The smoke is rising, etc. See how this person was lively and kicking, etc. His life is like this, etc. So no interest in life at all. How long? Until he reaches home. The family was an orthodox family. Unless a person who has gone to the crematorium should not enter house without taking bath. The wife had kept one bucket full of water with chambu at the door, and the house happened to be on near the road as well. And the moment he went there, he saw wife is inside, she is cooking, etc. She is busy in the household work, etc. And he saw a bucket and that also chambu. So he kept it there. He started shouting at the wife, are you in your senses or not? Nobody, that anybody walking from the road can pick up the chambu and go, what are you? Vairagya. Just 1 hour earlier, when the smokes from the funeral pyre were seen, perfect vairagya was there. Now, where it went? No. Such vairagyas have to be kindled and fanned. These are the sparks. Like you hold the spark and then fan it like that. These are to be made use. Such occasions do come in the life of everyone, but unfortunately we don't take lesson from them. So now we say here, because vairagya is born paschat, and therefore we say vishavat suvidhaya vairasya. How? Vishavat. See, a glass of lassi is there, and you are thirsty coming from the hot sun, and you are about to drink. Let us say, cook in the house came ready, sir, please, excuse me, don't take it. By mistake, some poison has fallen in that. Vairagya. Nobody did that. But you have discovered it is harmful. Vishavat Vairasyam Sunidhaya. What does it do? Enam bandhat vimochayati. Enam, which enam? Same person. Bandhat, bondage, binding to the object. Vimochayati. It is. Who did both the jobs? Mind. Vishayasakti, samsara, bondage. Vishaya vairagya, asamsara, freedom. Of course, job is not over there. It is a stepping stone. Afterwards, that is frame of mind, that is Atma, Jnana, Atma, Sakshatkara. That is it. But if Vairasya is not there, Vairagya is not there, it is impossible to gain the knowledge. So that's why, who does both these things? Mind. So that is how, that's it, no? One and the same key locks and unlocks. Turn to the left, locks. Turn to the right, unlocks. Turn the mind to the world, Vishayas, lock it. Turn the mind towards Atma, Brahma, Bhagavad Swarupa, unlock. Both through one and the same mind. See the truth of Shastra. Don't swallow because Shastra says, some Mahatma says, it won't last us. But when Shastra, Mahatma can give you a direction, but you have to discover the truth of it. Paschat enam vimochayati. So both are handiworks of who? Mind only. So that the cause for bondage and liberation is one and the same mind is now being reduced.
Tasman manam karanamasya jantoh bandhasya mokshasya ca vavidhane bandhasya heturmalinam rajo gunaihi mokshasya shuddham virajastamaskam. Anvaya tasmat asya jantoh bandhasya mokshasya ca va vidhane manaha karanam rajogunaihi malinam bandhasya hetuhu shuddham virajastamaskam mokshasya ad hetuhu. Again, tasmat asya jantoh bandhasya mokshasya ca vavidhane manaha karanam rajogunaihi malinam bandhasya hetuhu shuddham virajastamaskam mokshasya ad hetuhu.
Tasmat. Why tasmat? It is the mind which projects the bondage and also the raga and also vairagya. Therefore it says, asya jantoho, of this individual, jantu prani, individual, of this individual, jantoho, bandhasya mokshasya ca va vidhane. Vidhane means utpadane, to produce bondage or liberation. What is the karanam? Manaha karanam. Mind is the cause to produce both bondage and liberation, because it is the one which projects both raga and viraga. Raga binds, viraga liberates. Of course, in between many things are there, but it is a root cause. Root cause is ignorance, but at the practical level. Now, how the question is how that mind binds. This is Rajogunaihi malinam ad manaha. Rajogunaihi malinam ad manaha bandhasya hetuhu. Which mind binds? Mind which is impure on account of what? Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. So Rajogunaihi malinam. So Rajogunaihi malinam. That's why I see one has to be very careful about the food habits. These dispositions, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. See, these are what? These are the constituents of the mind. Do you know how they come? From food. The most subtle aspect of the food go into the constitution of the mind. If food is sattvic, mind becomes sattvic. If food is rajasic, mind becomes like this non-vegetarian. All animal tendencies. If food is tamasic, the person is tamasic. One has to be very, very careful about the food. And an advanced seeker must be still more careful about the food because especially the samskaras on the food. Even a food cooked by a person with bad samskaras can have very devastating result on an advanced seeker. So that's right. Rajogunaihi malinam manaha. The mind which has become malinam, impure on account of Rajoguna, it becomes the cause of bandha. Bandhasya hetu. Again, other mode in the mind which is virajastamaskam, free from Rajoguna, free from Tamoguna. And what is that? Shuddham. Shuddha means what? Free meaning predominantly sattvic in nature. Shuddham vedam manaha mokshasya hetuhu bhavati. Is the means for liberation. Mind with Rajoguna predominantly binds. Mind predominantly sattvic in nature releases. Means it is the tool. It is a means which binds this way, it is a means which releases the other way. Therefore, if one embarks upon gaining the liberation for which Atma-jnana is inevitable, first of all, one should accomplish manashuddhi, purity of the mind. You know why? It is the mind that gives you the knowledge. The same mind which binds you is the very one which gives you the knowledge. Do you know why? What do you mean by knowledge? At what level do you get the knowledge? Listen, you are hearing me. You are listening what is being taught. How do you get the knowledge of the sound or whatever that I teach? I am telling the sound. Whether you understand or not, different thing. You hear what how? Ear, mind takes the form of the sound which I speak, and then you experience that. Then buddhi operates, tries to understand. Oh, this is right sense. Oh, this is that right sense. Oh, this I have not understood, etc. Oh, this is clear, etc. That buddhi does the job, etc. But stimuli has to be provided by who? Through the ear, mind becomes shabdakara, and that you get this. Is it not? So you see a thing through the eyes, the mind takes the Rupakara of the particular thing. That is why when you see a rope and because of some mistake a snake vrutti is registered, you don't see a rope there but you see a snake. Whose job it is? Mind. Likewise, if you have to gain the knowledge of Atma Swarupa, that is your true nature, mind has to be just like that Atma. And so long as the mind is full of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and which is indulging in the Vishayas, it cannot be so. So therefore I say, so Virajas Tamaskam, of course more of it will come. It is too early to discuss what is the nature of the Atma Jnana. To some extent we have seen, but the shlokas are going to come exactly what is called Prajna. Prajna, Atma Jnana, we'll see in detail. Author himself is explaining that. Virajastamaskam manaha mokshasya hetuhu. So that means first of all, one should gain that shuddhi of the mind. Purity of the mind. And what is that purity? A mind which is replete with sattva guna, free from rajoguna and tamoguna, which has got vairasyam. Vairasyam means vairagya, right? Sound viveka is there. So that is now that manashuddhi has to be accomplished. That is why see, when the role of karma was being defined in the same text, Chittasya shuddhaye karma nasu astu padam. Karma is meant for chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi, a pure mind is indispensable to gain the Atma Jnana. So therefore, a mukshu first of all should be manas shuddhi, chitta shuddhi is being highlighted. Please see.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभयदितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते